Everybody, welcome to the final Doot of the Swan King. Because today, I've decided that we're going to put the Minecraft series on the shelf. Maybe we'll come back to it at some point in the future. Maybe we won't. But the point is, I wanted to end it here because over the past few days, especially, I've noticed a kind of an increase in frustration, shall we say, in the comments and people watching. Because I don't know what's happening. And that's true, I don't know what's happening. I don't have time to research the Twilight Forest or the mods that we've got going on here in this mod pack and learn about them. I don't have time to sit there and read literature about Minecraft all day. And I would rather make no content than bad content. And I feel like Minecraft is slowly accelerated into being really bad content. So this is going to be it then. I thought we would have a kind of walk through our little island here and see what we did in the short amount of time that we played it. But then say goodbye to our Swan adventures. And I think I had fun while it lasted, but I don't have time, like I said, to really be doing research into Minecraft mods. And I feel like, at least the impression I'm getting from the comments is that we're at the point of that mod pack where you need to, and I think that's really going to be a diminishment to my enjoyment, and I feel like the content isn't good for you to watch anyway. So we're gonna just clap it and say thank you, Minecraft, for the fun that we've had here. But let's not overstay our welcome, I think. But I think, you know, what we did do was pretty good. We built a tropical swan-filled island, and that, I mean, what more could you want, really? I captured a lava goblin. There he is. I haven't named him or anything, but he's just here to hang out with Lou at Shittle. I'll give him a name just in case. But I thought what we would do for today is actually finally get around to doing the tour of that multiplayer server that I've been talking about for a very, very, very long time now. So I thought I'd show you some of the things that we did when I last played. But again, that was in creative, and it was also in base game Minecraft. We're going to repair and name this. I'm going to call you... we've got Lou at Shittle. I'm going to call you... Flaming, or not, Fur, nothing. Hello? I would really like to name this goblin, please. There we go. Flaming, hot, shittle. Yeah, I wanted 13 name tags of that, you fucker. Right, there you go. We got Lou at Shittle and Flaming Hot Shittle. Let's go ahead and get all this stuff stored. And we'll keep the only thing that really matters. Let's keep the flute. So this is it, Swan Island. It's Swan Song, if you will. That's very good. You'll have to go and look that one up, I think. This is good though. I've had a good fun time with it up until this point. So I thought, you know, it's a good time. It's a good time to bring it to a close. This is where I spent hours fishing to get our fun little Neptunium gear. That was a nice time, a nice relaxing fishing adventure. The game is probably going to look a little worse today because we don't have Optifine enabled, so that I could get out of the Twilight Forest. So it's like a bit more foggy, can't put the render distance up so high, etc, etc. Captured a sheep, that was fun, from the Twilight Forest. So we've got him now hanging around on Swan Island. And then, of course, our mob spawner and everything that everybody was telling me didn't need to be built in the sky, even though I said at the end of the episode I would move it. And then everybody decided to leave that comment anyway. Thank you, people in the comment section. Your wisdom knows no bounds, except I beat you to it by a day. Please don't defraud Swan Island while I'm gone, Bighorn Sheep. You're in charge now. This is yours. Look across your island. You will need this, though, my friend. That one's for you. Take good care of things while I'm gone. And I think we'll go and take a look over at, like I said, the multiplayer thing. So I'm hoping I can just pop open regular old Minecraft, and we should be able to do a little bit of a tour, kind of see what it was we built in the end. Ah, here it is. Fantastic. I'm glad they let you be able to obviously play through it in single player rather than having to buy a bloody Realms access again. But this was a Minecraft round I had with a few people. We didn't really do a huge amount, but I'll show you some of the nice things that we built here. It's quite a sizable world, so we'll probably just start from here and move on out. Like you see, I got my netherite hoe there back in the day. I say back in the day, it was like a few months ago, but this was the only nether stuff I ended up grabbing. So this is kind of the origin point, the spawn point, and we'll go from here and we'll just kind of have a look around the whole server. So the first thing I'll take you to is down here. Actually, can we go into creative mode quickly? Just to get around a little bit easier, to be honest. There we go. Right. Oh, it doesn't actually put you in creative mode. Game mode C. Does that work? There you go. Fantastic. So, what we had going on was Welsh Rail. Welsh Rail, a premium rail service, ran by the Welsh. This was the first prototype of Welsh Rail, and this was the kind of... I didn't found this, I would like to point out. This was the first prototype that really incepted that idea of Welsh Rail. Big rail, big women, big hours. So I joined the company as CCO rather than CEO. I mean, how is that not just pure inspiration right there, huh? Now, my base, I don't know, I didn't remember where I built my base. I think I was down here a little bit more. Was I through here? Welsh Rail Mining Division. Oh, yeah, this has got to be mine. I built a trapdoor that leads to your death, and then somebody had to ladder out of it. Over here is... Oh, yeah, I remember. It's all coming back to me now. It's been a while. And here we are. Welsh Rail Mining Division. This was all built in survival, by the way. This much was, at least. We have the very humane society of Welsh farming. Bunch of sheared sheep. Which, in hindsight, is very, very good. Got a whole bunch of cows under there. The agricultural division. Just a cave with some fucking wheat in it. You know how it is. I closed the nether portal because I think I remember... She's undocumented migrants. That's so funny. We had a bunch of pigmen coming through. Welsh Rail Hell Division, twinned with Birmingham. Employees only. Trespassers will be shot on sight. Does sound like something I would have said. I remember hiding a chest somewhere, but I have no idea where I hid it. I might have put it like under the bed. Oh, I remember hiding a chest full of diamonds somewhere, but problem with that is kind of defeats the point when you lose the fucking chest, right? It's somewhere under here from what I remember anyway. And this is my office. I can look across my domain. And then through here, we've obviously got the hidden enchanting table. Oh, I did have a hidden enchanting table. It's now just a sign that says poo. Thank you, whoever did that. Someone's stolen my enchanting table then, huh? Up here leads to Welsh Rail headquarters. It's kind of a... Okay. It's kind of a shortcut up here, but of course, to get to Welsh Rail headquarters, you can take a rail. Now, this leads back to that other room that we saw not so long ago. Through here, with the prototype, there's Mr. Smug Welsh's office, and that takes you on a fun little journey. In fact, does the minecart still work? Looks as if it might. Hey, there we go. The proper way to travel Welsh Rail, in Welsh Rail style. And then it should terminate at the station pretty nicely. There we are. So these were bubble elevators. I don't know if they still are. No, apparently not. Oh, maybe we never got around to turn them into bubble elevators. They're just regular elevators that you have to try and not... I remember. Yeah, we cleared out this middle column so you could kind of float between them and not suffocate. Now, this is Welsh Rail head office. And here we are. I'm going to have to turn down the render distance again. It's a bit laggy, isn't it? Welsh Rail Industries. We got Mr. SC Streamer, CCO. Mr. E. Welshie, CEO. You can see the Welsh flag that I built over there to overlook the Welsh Rail offices. I thought that was quite nice. We hired someone to build a death button for the office so that we could press it and drop them down here to their inevitable death. Unfortunately, nobody ever got around to building it. We wanted to ring the bell and then send them to their doom when they failed us. I think there was also, we were like able to crawl under here. I don't remember how we did it now, but it was quite funny. So that's Welsh Rail in its entirety. Then through here, we have a big old tower that me and Elise built. Kind of a big old wizardy kind of style tower. Very fancy looking. Don't know what it's built out of, actually. What is this stuff? Stripped crimson and stripped warp, I guess, from the nether. This was actually a natural part of the world generation that worked out really well. If you stand here and look through there at nighttime, the moon lines up perfectly with the hole in the mountain. So we kept that as a little feature of the tower. This is Elise's Panda restaurant. Or Panda Cafe. She didn't actually finish it. You can see that it's just kind of a big flat surface. You were supposed to dine above a bunch of pandas. Never got around to finishing that one, unfortunately. I don't remember the name of the pandas. They were like Winifred and Alfred. Albert, I think might have been one. Let's go and have a look. She will kill me if I let any of these pandas go, even though none of us have played in a long time. We've got Winnie. There's Winnie. Winnie the panda. Albert. I remembered you. Gertrude. They've all got kind of old people names. Timothy. Timothy isn't necessarily an old person name. Bernard. And Daphne. The pandas. For the Panda Cafe. There's also a panda viewing platform, which we'll take a shortcut through to now. Just come down here and take a look at the pandas through tinted glass. Kind of defeating the point of viewing pandas, but there we go. That's the lovely little tower that me and Elise built. I don't remember what's in here. I don't think we ever got around to building anything in here, to be honest. Apparently there's a giant hole. I don't think this is supposed to be here, actually. I know there's an elevator somewhere. Oh, yeah, here we go. I wonder if she ever got around to decorating it. Oh, it looks as if... Whoa, what happened? Looks as if something might have blown up here. Oh. That's a bit of a shame. Well, we'll fix that up a little bit for her. There we go. Wonder what happened. I wonder if there was like a creeper or something that came up and blew it up. That's a bit of a shame, but never mind. It's quite historical, you know. Oh, I bet someone put a TNT block on top of that lit fucking... Ah, whatever. Doesn't really matter anyway. But there we go. That was the lovely tower, which still looks okay from the outside, so... I wouldn't take much fixing up to get back to normal anyway. A little bit of a shame that it blown up somehow. So we've got some more vanity projects kicking around. We've got the, obviously the staircase and everything over through to the tower. I at least started building the gayest aquarium. And you'll know what I mean when I say the gayest aquarium when you see it. Because if we go through here, it's like aggressively gay. You can take a little boat and you can take a ride. Through, it was supposed to be kind of, I suppose, a Disneyland style, kind of a Disneyland style, I don't know what you call it. Where's the actual aquarium? There was an actual aquarium somewhere. It's like through here. Oh, weird. Maybe this is an older version of the world. Oh, maybe that's it. Maybe we never finished the top version of the world in this version. Maybe the online one is the one with the actual finished aquarium and everything. Oh, that would make sense. Yeah, because he built way more of the tower over there as well. So certain things are missing from here than from the final version. We've got Cornish. We've got the Cornish storage. Any Cornish people caught trying to ride on Welsh Rail, they get detained. Humanely, they have their own farm and beds, which is more than actual Cornish people have. It's okay, I can say that. I'm friends with some Cornish people. Yeah, this must be an older version because she built like a full-on underwater aquarium. It was really tragic because she put a load of dolphins under there and they kept drowning themselves, and it was quite funny. If not, again, quite tragic. Over here, we've got another person's base. This was, again, just a kind of, just a survival base. Don't really know what they ended up building down here. Welsh Labour Camp, very good. Lots of cows. There's a dog in here called Tarian. Hello, little Tarian. I don't really know where this went to. Oh! Well, that might be my enchanting table in there. Never mind. But yeah, I don't remember whose base this was. I think there was like 8 of us. 8 to 10 of us on the server at one point. Oh yeah, this is definitely an older version. So this was like a full-on lighthouse at one stage, but this is obviously before it was all finished. Ah, it's a bit of a shame. Yeah, there was a big, I wonder if this is still up here. Oh yeah, there's still a little house up here on the mountainside, which is quite nice. This definitely had a lot more to it as well with the walkway and everything. Another kind of half-finished house. I think this house actually burnt down, and then Welsh Fire Division condemned it. Welsh Rail Fire Department, today we lost the battle. It's a skeleton of a house that burnt down. Very tragic. But, you know, it's a server relic, so we left it around. Oh, is this before I built my full-on dragon? That would be a shame. It's also a different version to what we played on at the time. So I built a full-on dragon skeleton under the mountain. Oh, yeah, this is just when I built the head. Even then, I think it's an early version of it. Well, it wasn't a dragon. It was more like a big spooky dinosaur. But I'd only built the head at this point. But in the actual live version, online, I built a giant spine that coiled up through the mountain and then a big old tail going up. But yeah, no, this is a very early version of it. Wow. There it is. Just a big old dinosaur head. That's really all there is to it for now. The backside wasn't as good as the other side, so we won't look at that too much. But this was all done in survival. This was all done in survival, and it was a nightmare. Luckily, this isn't the live version, because I remember on the server, someone built a cock in its mouth. So it's probably for the best that we aren't on the live version right now. And then we go over to the final thing of note. It is a shame that this isn't the full server. This is one of the earlier builds, but oh yeah, someone's little village down there too. So this was all built by hand as well. This wasn't by me. This was by Smug. Built a giant. It was gonna end up being like Barada or something like that, like a big old spooky red nether brick fortress. But this is an earlier version where it isn't quite finished yet. But on the actual server variant, it had a load of furniture. Like the top floor was finished. It looked very, very impressive. But this was also before they raised the height limit, as far as I recall. So he was kind of limited in how high he could make the whole thing expand out. Yeah, it's a little bit disappointing that this is the older version. I wish I'd have known that ahead of time. I probably wouldn't have bought the Minecraft Realms. I won't lie to you. Yeah, my dragon looked a lot more impressive in the live version. And the top of the tower isn't done either yet, which is a bit of a shame. But that was more or less it. And this was the last time I properly played Minecraft. And even then, the majority of it was just building silly shit. So, it was a good time. What was this for? Peter inspection. Oh, yeah, this is when it was. This must have been February. February 2021. Needs improving. Add more horses. The joke there was that they were absolutely rammed full of chickens and eggs. Yeah, it was a good time. I might reopen this server at some point. We'll come back to it and play it on the new update and see what we can do with it, I guess. But I thought that was a nice way to bookend things. This server that I talked about quite a lot. Unfortunately, not in its full glory, but, you know, pretty decent, I think, still. My dragon was the best thing. You can't even argue with it.